Welcome back to Calabash Community as we maintain our focus on Francis Leebo De Lima and efforts to raise funds for his medical bills related to cancer treatment. This cause has mobilized all artists in St. Lucia, most were impacted by Leebo. This video was produced for the Leeboration concert.
No. Yo, there's something about you, girl, and you the only one I see. Spot you from a distance, I swear you should be next to me. It's so unusual.
Well, first and foremost, Francis Leebo De Lima is one of the greatest musicians in St. Lucia. And when I say greatest musicians, not only is he responsible for a number of our careers, but he's also one of the most positive people that you will ever meet. I can attest to that, I can vouch for that. Francis Leebo De Lima is someone that hardly anybody, if anyone, can say anything negative about him where music is concerned, where being just an exemplary individual is concerned.
I can't resist this beat. That feeling so nice. When I hear that rhythm beating, I getting back this feeling. Even in the night when I sleeping, I just love this carnival season.
We're doing this for Leebo.
Let me hear my ladies shout hello. I wanna hear my ladies shout. Where are all my fellas at?
Need a woman that can rough me up and really start the show. This is my casting call. I'm looking for a woman to fill the pump. Show me emotions, give me your all. Act one, scene two, now you're my right.
Forever and ever. Forever and ever. Together. Forever and ever.
Leebo, 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 Leebo.
Hi, this is Esteban.
Hey, this is Rob Zai.
I am Finesse.
I'm Olivia.
Linda Chocolate Brithier.
I'm Private Six. And we are asking you to pledge for our brother, Francis Leebo De Lima, our producer extraordinaire. He has cancer and we need your help to help him get well.
Chances are you have been touched by some music here in St. Lucia, and there's a good chance that Leebo had something to do with that music. So we're here today to ask you guys to pledge some funds towards Leebo's recovery so we can get back on the train here with music in St. Lucia and take it forward.
Whether you are a singer, a songwriter, a dancer, or just a listener or lover of music, Leebo has impacted your life. So I urge you to pledge today. Do it for Leebo.
It's amazing to see the number of artists come together to support Leebo. It's a testament to just how great of a man he is. He's done so much for our musical careers, even when there was nothing in it for him. And I'm sure all of us sitting here can say that he's family.
Taken from the words of a song that he penned with me, what's love if you can't help your brother man when you can? Whether it be big or small, whatever you can give, it will count in helping get our friend, our family member. He's a father, a brother, a producer, a counselor back on his feet so he could help us continue to bring St. Lucia's music to the rest of the world.
Leebo is a musical icon who has contributed to St. Lucia music for over a decade. So I would like to encourage everyone to pledge because it's for a worthy cause. There aren't many people like Leebo left. He is a great individual and a free spirit individual, and Leebo, to me, Leebo is love.
And for this gentle giant, we all say, let's come together and do it for
Leebo!
Francis Leebo De Lima needs your support. Pledge now at First Caribbean International Bank, account number 20392863, in the name of Amanda De Lima. For those wishing to make a wire transfer, the SWIFT code is FCIBLCLC and the transit code 9386. Make a pledge today.
Life too sweet to worry about all of the little problems.
Girl, this is what your love is like. This is what your love is like. This is what your love is like. This is what your love is like.
Chrissy, we've just come to the end of this fantastic concert here tonight. I know it's a night of mixed emotions for you. When you saw all the artists on stage, what was going through your mind?
It was overwhelming, to be quite honest. I mean, it's been a long 2 weeks working hard to get everything, and I mean, it really was fulfilling to see the end. And I think what really made me tear up was when I watched Lyric's thank you speech. And I think it really resonated the reason why we're doing what we've been doing. And I truly hope that our efforts could go a very, very long way. And I'd like to thank, the public, the St. Lucian public for, rallying behind us and to just be a part of it.
We're trying to get a sense of what went on in behind the scenes to make this happen. But first of all, how did you get involved in this?
Well, I mean, I think the evening after the news, a WhatsApp group was created, and in there, right away we began thinking of how we could raise funds. And there was a meeting. Well, the idea of a telethon came about, so there was a meeting, and we needed committee members, and somehow I found myself on two or three committees. And from then, honestly, it's been behind the scenes ridiculously hard work. I think for this last week leading up to the show, we probably had like 3 nights in a row leaving meetings at after 1 in the morning, just trying to get everything, on board in terms of the show, the production itself. But prior to the production, it was a lot of calls. And what I have to do, actually, because I was actually the head of sponsorship and finance committee, I really need to thank Corporate St. Lucia, because without them and without, all of the institutions and organizations and entities, persons who decided to rally, they really allowed us to put this at minimal cost as possible. We had a lot of donations and sponsorships coming from sound to light, to catering, from KFC, Domino's. I mean, I'm just naming a few that come to mind, because it has just been, I think my list is extensive. So the first week was probably a lot of calling to try and get yes, no, are you able to? And then the second week was a lot of following up to ensure everything was in place. And in the 3 days leading up to it, that's when we had those long meetings, just trying to get everything on point, to ensure that besides reaching the goal, that we were able to put on a fantastic event. And I think we did that. I think we accomplished that, so I'm happy.
Girl, this is what your love is like. Girl, this is what your love is like. This is what your love is like. This is what your love is like.
You mentioned the last 3 days were pretty tough, long nights and so on. Was it because there was anxiety or a little uncertainty, or what was going on?
At one point there was anxiety, if I have to be totally honest. I think we were a little freaked out at a point in time, like wondering whether this would actually be as successful as we want it to be. I don't think we ever doubted that we would get support, but I think we wanted a certain level of support, and we wavered a bit. And outside of that, it really had to do with getting it together in terms of the order, the timing. I mean, there were arguments, going through that just so that we could all come to one place. Yeah.
Finally, I know this is unprecedented. This is uncharted territory for us, because people are working together for free, just following somebody. What made it? I know Leebo is the one who made it click, really, but give us a sense of what does this say about us as a people.
I think what it says about us as a people is that in times of adversity, when we actually need to, we can rally. We have huge hearts, and it's really just about finding it within ourselves to give time, to give money, to give service. And I think what this proves is that we as a St. Lucian people are more than able and more than capable of doing that.
I said finally, but one more. I know it's about Leebo and fundraising for Leebo and so on, but did you draw a bigger lesson from this?
Yeah, I think for sure the music community, the music professionals in St. Lucia, I think we all, came up with a bigger purpose and lessons in terms of preparation. And I think it's something we all know, but sometimes in the hustle and bustle, it sometimes fits to the bottom of your mind. And I think this allowed it to resonate and come to the forefront for us. So I hope that has made a lot of us start to think more about financial planning. I'm an ex-banker.
That's why I have that too, yeah.
And then, I mean, I worked at First Citizens for close to 3 years, and investment and preparation for the future is something that at First Citizens is, you know, so widely preached about. So I think that what this has done is really bring it to the forefront. It was like a wake-up call for the music professionals, and I don't think it's just music professionals, but the St. Lucian community as a whole, as to sometimes you really never know. So I think it's about living life to the fullest, but also preparing, have a plan in place. I definitely think it did that.
Excellent, you've done a fantastic job, we appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
This is what your love is like. This is what your love is like. Girl, this is what your love is like. This is what your love is like. Girl, your love is like rain, baby. Pouring all over my body, I can hardly ever contain, baby.
Calabash community will continue in a moment, and then we will hear from the family in an emotional tribute.